I just want to get straight into the fun stuff. So, like, if you and I are in a spaceship and we're headed straight toward a black hole, like, what is that going to be like for us? Like, what's happening?
It's going to get weird really fast.
Our universe is a wild and wonderful place. And in this podcast, NASA is your tour guide. I'm your host for today, Jacob Pinner. In this episode, buckle up, because we're diving into black holes. They are some of the most mysterious objects in the universe. Ronald Gamble will help us understand what we know about black holes and what's left to find out. We'll debunk some of the biggest myths about black holes. And we'll answer some burning questions sent in by you, the listeners. The math tells us that as we approach a black hole in our hypothetical spaceship, we will pass a point of no return. Now, black holes rotate, just like planets or stars. And once we get close enough, we start to rotate along with the black hole. It's like we're stuck on some kind of interstellar merry-go-round.
So space-time is literally being dragged around. You have no choice.
Okay.
Reality itself is being dragged around the black hole.
Okay.
But as you get closer, then you'll approach something called the event horizon. And right on the edge before that, if someone were watching you, right, I always make the joke of throwing my brother into a black hole. Sorry, Doug. You're the tester. But he would freeze on the surface. There would be a point, and we call that an infinite redshift surface, where the light that's emitted from you stops.
Wow.
That's it. So that's the last image that you will see, right, of us going into the black hole.
From there, our trip only gets more bizarre and probably more scary. Depending on the size of the black hole, we may go through a process called spaghettification. That means the black hole puts so much force on us that our bodies stretch way out like noodles.
We don't know what's inside.
Sure.
Maybe my old quantum homework is in there or something. You are under a lot of gravitational pressure, meaning all of the gravitational force that is a black hole is now on top of you.
Uh-oh.
And you're continuing to fall closer and closer to the singularity, or what we would then consider the center of the black hole, which, again, you are falling an infinite amount of space. So space-time inside of a black hole behaves very different than it does outside.
As we fall toward infinity, it may get extremely bright and incredibly hot. And then, it's like someone flips a switch. No more light. And after that, no one knows. Once matter or light falls into a black hole, it doesn't come out. That's what makes them black. But just outside the black hole, there's a swirling disk of hot, bright gas. Most of that gas ends up inside the black hole, but not all of it. Some of the gas shoots off, racing away at almost the speed of light in a stream that can be incredibly long, like millions of light years. Those streams are called relativistic jets. And when one of those jets happens to point straight at Earth, we give it a special name, blazar.
You can think of them as kind of black hole lasers or lighthouses.
Okay.
Right? So they're coming not inside the black hole because nothing can come out,
Yeah.
but they're coming right off the surface, right?
Huh.
Part of the reason why they get blasted off is due to the magnetic fields around black holes. And there's hot plasma and everything kind of circling around like a soup. Eventually, it will spew out. And that is what a jet is. There are still unknown questions as to why the black hole spews a jet out. I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, well, I have two favorites right now. One is, and I'm going to give you the catalog name.
Please.
We don't have formal names for them. One
up.
is M87, so you might have heard about M87. Sagittarius star is the black hole at the center of our galaxy, but M87 is kind of a what I call a well-behaved black hole. It's playing nice. It's very tilted at a nice angle for us to observe. And it's giving us great data. But the other one is called TSX 0506 plus 056.
Okay.
That's a lot of stuff there.
Sure.
But it is a very high energetic, very variable blazar that is giving us weird data. It's blowing everything off the charts. It's very extremely bright. It's one of the brightest things you might see in the sky.
Wow.
With your telescope, of course. It's very far away, but it is giving us some really cool data, some really cool physics. It's really cool.
But it makes me wonder, are there any misconceptions about black holes that you hear a lot that you keep having to clear up?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
One of the I would say the most widely known misconception is when you type in black hole on Google, you might see like a funnel picture.
Yeah.
Black holes are spheres.
Okay.
So they're not a funnel.
Yeah.
You can't just fall into it like a well. It's a sphere. So, and not only is it a sphere, it's not a perfect sphere. So it's kind of flattened at the poles because it rotates so fast.
Huh.
So you can think of it as kind of like a very fat football, right?
Yeah.
Or an egg shaped.
Okay.
From the top down, it looks like a circle. It's got that symmetry, but from the side, it's flattened.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
Trippy. I was hoping that you can tell me kind of your superhero origin story. Like, when did you realize that astrophysics and black holes were going to be like your thing?
My mom would say 4 years old. I would say there's a villain arc in there somewhere. But yeah, 4 years old. I'm in front of my solar system little placemat, probably tossing my mashed potatoes somewhere. And I'm asking my mom, does the sun have fire? So at 4 years old, I'm like, okay. And she's like, okay, I need for you to be in camp somewhere. I watched Carl Sagan. I watched Bill Nye. And then things like Magic School Bus. It just kept getting more curious and more curious. And I kept asking more questions. So that's how I got into it. And then I discovered all the things that we didn't know about the universe. I'm like, okay, well, I want to study those.
Yeah.
What's dark matter? What's dark energy? There's new stuff about black holes we have to discover. So that's how I'm in this. Without going into too deep in the weeds for quantum field theory, Hawking radiation, it is a quantum effect, but you are kind of looking at what the thermal properties of the horizon looks like, right? Okay. So if I'm zooming in, not on the large scale where planets, stars, and things get pulled in, but on the very, very small scale, the particle scale, well, what happens around the black hole? Some particles may fall in, some may get kicked out. So we're now going more fundamental to the laws of thermodynamics as they apply to black holes. Hawking radiation is kind of an effect of one of those laws where the entropy of a black hole cannot decrease. But on the surface, what happens? Well, that information can't get lost because it's in our universe. Okay. We should still have access to it, but it gets thermally radiated, right? But as you kind of radiate away, you're taking some energy away from the black hole. Eventually, that black hole area, it will shrink. Okay. The surface area should shrink. And if it keeps doing it and it keeps doing that, the black hole will theoretically evaporate due to Hawking radiation. Now, that time scale is on the order of like, I don't know, maybe 10 to the 64 years. That's a long... So here's a common misconception. Yeah. Black holes actually only consume magnetized material. Oh. Because it's technically a plasma, which is magnetized. Okay. So if you take anything that has charge, and you're rotating around in an orbit, it will create a magnetic field. Okay. That's physics 101. Yeah. So pretty much you can think of everything that falls in is kind of magnetized to some extent. Now, magnets being created at the Big Bang, that's an interesting question because one of the questions that astrophysicists ask is, well, where did all the magnetic fields come from objects? Things like pulsars, magnetars, which you can think of like as a magnetic star. Those are the strongest magnetic fields in the universe. Where did these things come from? You have to go more fundamental than that. So you have to look at the four fundamental forces of nature, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces. All of those together have to combine. They got to squish together, right? They got to create a soup to give us things that do create magnetic fields. There's a lot of physics involved in the background, so I can't give you like the complete big picture cosmological answer, but that's why we have a field called physical cosmology, so that we can discover some of those things in the early universe.
So the short answer is... stay tuned? Stay tuned.
There's a Nobel Prize somewhere.
That's right. Among his many titles, Ronald Gamble is the director of a NASA program called Cosmic Pathfinders. That's one way for students or early career scientists to get involved with NASA science. And when